It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Buccaneers and the Fins, and it comes your way next.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a former #1 overall pick and a one-time league leader in passing yards. Out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 2. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That is caught. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On second down, Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
On the ball.
Here's James. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, it's James. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. James, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 to score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They run it with James. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, Hester. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Winston. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Power. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jimmy Graham. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Up the middle, it's caught. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hester. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And Sanders now to return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Buccaneers.
Here's Cook again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down at the 31. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let go. Let go.
Here's Winston. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ready.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Winston. Man open left side is Brown. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guy work at the 21-yard line.
Okay, right. Watch out now, 50 Fury. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man downfield is Johnson. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now? We could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. A give. This is Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They run again on first down. Cook. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They'll run with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
They try again with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
At the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 4 yards out. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Cook, they'll try and run it. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
Buccaneers, 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Able to push his way through. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. James, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's James, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Check White. Hut.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on? And
he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he gets it to Bolden. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. James. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their